Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the introductory class for this beautiful poem, Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. This poem is very meaningful for the world today, and it has a deep message for young and old. Pablo Neruda was born in 1904. This is the portrait of Pablo Neruda. He was a Chilean senator. He was born in 1904, died in 1973. He was initially Christian. Neftali Ricardo Reyes Basalto, and he was born in the town of Parral in Chile. But he took the pen name Pablo Neruda, and this later on became his legal name. That means he changed his name completely to Pablo Neruda. Neruda's poems are full of easily understood images. They have beautiful imagery which make his poems very lively. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971. Now, in this particular poem, Neruda talks about the necessity of quiet introspection and creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. He talks about the need for quiet introspection. Quiet introspection is quiet self-analysis, understanding yourself, analyzing yourself, and trying to know your strengths and weaknesses. According to the poet, this is very, very necessary. And he also talks about creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings and looking after the well-being of human beings. And while we look after the well-being of human beings, he reminds us that it is necessary to also take care of planet Earth itself. So, it is very clear that the poet wants to give us two messages through the poem. One is to know yourself, to know what will make you really happy, what will be the cause for your suffering, and ultimately to stay away from the things that can trouble you and make sure that you do things that you are good at. Along with that, the necessity to respect each other, the importance of coexistence, which cannot be avoided under any circumstances. The poem is beautiful. I cannot give you the summary without reciting it to you once. Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once, on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment, without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, could put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. Short poem. It was originally composed in Spanish language, later on translated to English. The poem definitely tells us about the advantages of keeping quiet and keeping still, the need to experience quietness, stillness, and experience brotherhood over the world, experience the joy of relaxation, the joy of being free from all trouble, free from all anxiety, and making sure that others also relax just as you would like to enjoy some moments of total comfort, mental and physical. He warns us about the conditions created by war, various kinds of war. Some wars are intentional, some are green wars where we harm environment in the process of doing a number of things. The poet warns us that we are, by being selfish, bringing about the end to planet Earth. We are the cause of our own death of our own species, because we are ruining planet Earth and we will be called the murderers of planet Earth, and in the process we are killing ourselves. But the poet has also warned us that when he propagates inaction, he doesn't mean laziness. He wants us not to do anything harmful. And in the end, he gives us a beautiful example of Mother Nature, example of planet Earth. Nature also takes her own breaks. Taking a break, maintaining silence, taking time out for meditation is not laziness. It is wisdom, because even Mother Earth takes breaks at regular intervals. We talk about the nocturnal sleep when nature appears to be sleeping, hibernation and estivation, where many creatures go to rest, but they are not dead. They come back with more energy, rejuvenated, more enthusiastic towards life. So the poet has given us the privilege of deciding how long we should keep quiet and keep still, but he does want all of us to do the exercise and benefit from it. It's a beautiful poem with a lot of figures of speech, but written in free verse. There is no rhyme pattern, but a number of things to be noted when we take a full explanation of the poem. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy reading the poem.